What's up, you guys? How are we doing today? Good morning. Thank you for joining.
Mike Shinoda.
You are now vibing with Mike Shinoda.
It all still works. Look at that. Hi. Just vibing today. I made this little thing that you're listening to here before I came on the stream. It's just like a machine plus through the Echo Fix. It's just like two sounds. Yeah. So I was gone, and I was I'm back. I was still in California. Took a little drive out to Mammoth and Yosemite in the mountains. And yeah, chilled out a bit. I shouldn't say chilled out, because if you take when you take a trip with the family with kids, we call that a family trip, not a vacation, because it's not super relaxing, but it's fun. So it was good. We got a hype train going in the channel right now. Level 5 hype train, 1 minute left, 500% on the hype meter. It's very hype today. What we got over here in terms of action? We got a lot of action right now. Look at all this. We've got, Jesus, lots of shouts to do. Buckle up. Terrorism 96, Brandon Berger subscribed yesterday, both with Prime.
Smart.
Yvonne Covey subbed. Yasmin F93 gifted a bunch. Emma KS32 resubbed. Kayla Horkova resubbed Prime.
Smart.
Lincoln Sam with Prime.
Smart.
Yasmina gifted some more. Cynical Panda 01 resub Prime.
Smart.
We got Surfing the Darkness resub with Prime. Sabi95 resub with Prime.
Smart.
Yasmina gifted. D-Stank gifted. Claire Carter resub. Pep Park Drazen Prunk rated. Yasmina F93 gifted. Princess Sage resub with Prime.
Smart.
Pushing Amkum resub. JJ Lynn resub. JJ Lynn resub with Prime. Again, how did you do that?
Smart.
Lapis Metal gifted. That Which Smashes resub Prime.
Smart.
ETHAS resub Prime.
Smart.
Coco 12 Zulu gifted. Marissa Vasquez resubbed. Laila resubbed. Valerie Klikuch resubbed. AVCP333 resubbed Prime.
Smart.
House Ginger gifted a whole bunch of subs. You guys with the gifts today.
Poggers.
What do we got? Ring Photograph resubbed Prime.
Smart.
Guardian Asylum resubbed. Klamite So resubbed. Crystalina 1988 resubbed Prime.
Smart.
Quilting Jet Girl resubbed Prime.
Smart.
Israel Gamara Prime.
Smart.
Hybrid Shinoda gifted 5. Subs. Ethics Gaming sub Prime.
Smart.
Tyler Jenkins Prime.
Smart.
Ali H10.
Poggers.
Gifts. LP Buckeye gifted. Khadija 378 resubbed. Mr. L's resubbed with Prime.
Smart.
Flower Power Claudie with Prime.
Smart.
Dark Ice 385 sub with Prime.
Smart.
Maximus 1865 Prime.
Smart.
And LP Buckeye with 10 subs.
Poggers.
Thank you guys very much for that. It's a nice way to be welcomed back. I appreciate ya. Thank you to all the gifters. So let's see what's up with this little vibey thing. Oh, we should do some incense, huh? This is kind of an incense kind of vibe, isn't it? I think it is. It's also a little quiet. I could just turn it up right here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, you can't really see it over on this cam. Maybe on this one? I don't know. I want to do the green incense today. It's my favorite one. It's the one that when I run out, I'm gonna be like really bummed because I don't know where I got it or how to get more. I feel like that's kind of the beauty of incense though. It's like sometimes you get a special one and then you can't replace it. It was an experience for a period of time and then the experience is over. You know what I'm saying? Alright. Got our little scents going. Got our little vibes going. By the way, this is the thing here. There we go. Now you can see it. Let's just record a bunch of that. We'll start it like this. Maybe we'll even start it with just this. We'll do that. Okay, hold up. I gotta hit record in the computer real quick. How's my volume looking? It's looking good. All right. Call this machine echo. All right. And we'll start from the top here. Are we at 114? Yeah. Okay. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, my push isn't turned on. The machine, the Ableton rather, push. Yo, go, yo. Blue ambiance. Today is blue ambiance, isn't it? All right, I think we're ready. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I don't even know. Ooh, the smoke is going into the camera and everything. right, so that's the first layer. We got it. We did it. First layer of the track. All right, anyway, whatever. Let me just put this thing on the grid here. So I started it like over here, and we'll just move it. You move it with Shift Option Command and drag. Pull it right over to the downbeat here. Let's make sure it's on the click. Sounds good. And then drag it on out to here. Oh, I got it to about the part where it says end. All right, maybe I could do another layer. I'll save that. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to put these bits right here. I don't know. Maybe we'll start it here. I don't know how long it's going to go. All right. It starts here. Oh, it's like ahead of the beat a little bit. Should loop this bit and try to figure out some other parts here. Alright, we need to put that hi-hat in. A little late. Fix that. Feels like it's on beat. Should let this thing pan a little bit? Little pan man. Let's see that. Super slow pan. There we go. Let's find some little bass sounds. I pulled some other sounds out here. count measure or not. Let's just record it. Who knows? Let's just do it. Gotta put this guy here. Oh, maybe I should move this whole bit to like right there and let this go all the way to the downbeat and then do like this. Let's find out if that sounds good. What's up, Raiders? We had a raid. Was it a Hottie Plays Music is raiding? What's up? Here we go. We're just chilling today. From the start, from the top. Here we go. Let's see what we need next. Let's see what we need. if I should do like a... When the bass comes in. I don't know. Stick sounds keep going. Whoa, what happened? Weird. What the hell? Maybe if I don't start this, the hi-hat until that part sounds better. Let's try that. like the sound of it. Maybe it should be actually be. I was thinking maybe it should be a guitar, but I just like the sound of that synth kind of thing. Let me put it here. Let's try this. All right, I'm gonna put a reverb on it. Actually, we'll do Valhalla room on that guy. Let's try this again because I feel like I still didn't nail it. One more time. Function on this thing. All right, save. Yeah, let's save. It's gonna sound even better with the reverb on it. See? Oh, that's the aliens. Let's put that in. then I'm going to take that and I'm going to put a filter. Let's see, audio effects, filters, auto filter. Let's put that in behind it here. And then we'll record a little filter automation. Let's do a little distorted one here. So that's going to start here. That once that drive showed up, it was good. Okay, undo all that. Undo it one more time here. Let's start a little lower here. Filter automation. I was automating the frequency and the drive mostly. I hit some of the other ones a little bit, but it's mostly the frequency and the drive. And if you like that sound, you get the little OSR. I don't know what OSR stands for, but that adds the drive component. That's kind of cool. Let's see what this one is. Ooh. Oh, let's put a little drive behind that guy. Let's do guitar rig. Let's try that. Yeah. Too much, but much. Alright, we'll just get rid of it for now. Sounds in the track. Might fade it in. That's the freak mix. I don't want it to do that. I want this guy right here. maybe put, oh, maybe I should do, I wonder what happens if I put like a side chain on this guy and key it to the drums. Which one's the drums? Boom, bap, 16, boom, bap. Let's try that. Should be on that, not on Cyclops. Alright, very chill track. Very fun, little experimental, chill track. Let's take a listen from the top.
Mike Shinoda.
Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button.
You are now
that's the one I
vibing with
want.
Mike Shinoda.
That's the one I want. Is it quiet? I'm gonna make it louder. Let's just use this and this. A little Juno? I don't know. I just don't want to get in the way of what's already working here. So let me jump in halfway. Let me start from the top. feel like if I keep putting stuff on this, it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be chaos. I don't want to make it like packed full of nonsense. It's saved, it's saved. What's going on in the chat? Huh? Oh, that's loud. That applause is loud. It kind of, yeah, Pepe Park says it reached its potential. I think so. I think it reached its potential. Let's do some shouts. Let's see here. What do we got? We got... Wow. I can't tell where the stuff, the people that I already shouted out end and the people that I didn't shout out begin. We're somewhere around Mr. Els, who resubbed with Prime. Flower Power Claudie, Prime. Dark Ice 385 with Prime. Maximus 1865 with Prime. LP Buckeye. Yasmin F93 gifted. Kairiki resubbed. Quenao 9 resubbed. Wesley LPBR resubbed with Prime. GM Baker resubbed with Prime. Kills resubbed. A Bride resubbed Prime. House Ginger 23 gifted. Benoda 75 resub. Shark Gorilla 196 resub. The Zyvic resub. House Ginger gifted. Hike S resub with Prime. Phoebia resub with Prime. Ruby LK gifted. House Ginger gifted. Sammy Ash resub. Nanapoy gifted. Receiver resub Prime. Roji Mean resubbed. Roland Gunman resub. Danny Hughes subbed. Yasmina gifted. Black Bill resub. Olivera Luke resub with Prime. Oh Hala Muera Solo resub with Prime. Bobble resubbed. Kumo Knox resub with Prime. House Ginger gifted. Mama Jen's resub Prime. D Stank gifted. Yasmina gifted. L C Celine resub with Prime. Very yes resub. Dan DeLuise resub. Yasmina 93 gifted. God, there's so many of these. Steak Fuga 85 resub with Prime. Hashar gifted a bunch of times. Art of Sindri resub with Prime. Crapnik Mill resub with Prime. Ajeto resub. Michelle 444 resub. Hi Shinoda gifted. Katoda gifted. And Hi Shinoda gifted again. Thank you guys very much. Should we do some questions? Do some questions. And we'll put on a little different track. What do you say? Let's do that. All right. Great. All right. Ooh, the Mayo Loops one. Makes me feel anxious. Is it too anxious? Hang on one second. All right, you guys. I'm actually gonna turn this down a little bit there. Let's see what we got. Questions from a bunch of people. Anna, if you're in the chat, we'll throw these new gifts in the store and see if we can turn gifts back on. We've been lucking out in terms of I updated my OS and re-downloaded a whole bunch of software and we've been doing okay on the sound crashing, so that's good. So I hope it stays that way. Right? Feels like the last few times haven't had any big sound crashes. Bring the GIFs back and see what happens. Let's see what we got in the way of. Okay, I don't know. This is just funny for you guys to know. LP Kazoku captured. So we have a wombat at the Australia Zoo, donated by the chat. Donate? I shouldn't say donated. I should say sponsored, adopted. Kato. We have Kato. Do we have Kato and Milo? Is it Kato and Milo who have been adopted? Or just Milo? LP Kazoku captured Kato the wombat expressing herself at Australia Zoo. Wowzers. Susie's question is, am I able to redeem her as a sound? I have whispered my link. I think you can redeem her as a sound. I don't think we can redeem her as a sound. I mean, you can talk to Anna about it, and maybe that's something we can do, but it depends on what the sound is. So send it to Anna, and she'll get it to me, and I'll check it out. P.S. Milo has a new neighbor, Bunker, who he thinks is sus. Wow. Oh my God, so loud indeed. Milo thinks Bunker is sus, all right? Wow. What kind of sus? Like dangerous sus? Oh, my ears. I gotta take this off for a second. I haven't had headphones on like this in a week and a half. Cactus Force wants me to know that LP Live is the official manager of Lincolnpedia. So FYI, Lincolnpedia.com is being managed by LP Live with contributions from the whole community. You know, the whole community participates. Peppa Park is a contributor manager as well. Let's see what else we got here in the questions. Aladen333 has an interesting question. Do you ever worry about saying something you shouldn't in lyrics, streams, or interviews? How do you approach this tricky public eye side of your career? As always, thanks for everything. That's a very thoughtful question. I like that question because for a lot of reasons. Words matter. Off the cuff, everybody says all manner of things. And if you think about it, like back when the band started in like, you know, when we were like in college or high school, college, there wasn't really the danger or concern of like having any of that stuff happen. Like you don't have, back then you didn't have cancel culture, and you didn't have like, you know, gaffes and stuff like that. All of that came later, right? It came with YouTube, and then Instagram, you know, MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, blah, 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 blah. Twitch. So that's really like, I think like at the moment when I really, when that kind of a subject hit me was when smartphones became a thing at concerts, because it was the first time that there was like one album. I want to say it was like, what year did the iPhone come out? Let's look that up. iPhone debut was in 2007. So that means that between Meteora / Collision Course and all that stuff and Minutes to Midnight, during that time, like it went on Meteora, you'd have people like, you know, with a camera, like maybe shooting pictures and videos and whatever, but it wasn't like, you wouldn't have tons and tons of videos up online. And we did that tour, went home, did our record, and then in the gap between those things, when we re-emerged and came back out to do shows, all of a sudden you'd stand on stage and there were lights everywhere. There were all of a sudden there were smartphones, and everybody was filming everything. And we're used to that now, but the transition, like the moment we went on tour, and we knew ahead of time that was going to be the case, we were like, I was a little bit freaked out. I was really like aware that cameras, that they were going to capture everything, that if you tripped and fell, they were going to catch it. If you said the wrong word, they were going to catch it. Like, even if you just like, once in a while we'd like slip up and I'd forget a verse, or we'd forget a line, and come in late on something. Most, you guys know, like when we'd start a song and Joe would miss the cue and we'd have to like stop and start the song again. Like all those things like became super, super public every time. And that was crazy. That was the moment. I don't have to tell you, because that's everybody. That's everybody all the time. It's common. But that was really the moment. Then it was like a freak out, because it was new for everybody. And our band was like, you know, it was like, so it was different in I feel like for us, it was different in 2007 than it would have been later on. Even though the band was still big, the pop culture connection to the band was different. We were more likely to get covered by like those super poppy mainstream entertainment deals, the likes of like a TMZ or whatever. Not actually TMZ, but that type of thing. All right, so what is LWOS Justin P? What is that name? What is LWOS Justin P? What is the LWOS? That's your name. That's your screen name. My turn to ask a question. Is LWOS Justin P in the chat? No. Okay. Well, is it an I? No, I don't think it's an I. I think it's an L. Is it? All right. Anyway, question is, what's the most useless talent you have? For instance, I'm pretty good at recognizing faces and voices and remembering what else a particular actor is in, as well as their name. I'm not super good at that. What was a useless talent? Useless. I'll say that this is not completely useless, but I have a pretty good memory for color. And I don't mean like walking in a room and seeing like a purple pillow on a red couch and then leaving and going like, oh yeah, that pillow was purple and the couch and it was red, couch was red. I mean that like if I saw a purple pillow and then I left and then you asked me and you showed me a bunch of shades of purple and you said which purple matches the one that was in that room, I can get really close to remembering that. It comes in really handy when you're trying to buy like something for your house. Like if you go like, if you're out at like a furniture store and it's like, I want to buy this blanket. Does it match the purple pillow? I can usually remember, I can just think of it and go, yeah, that is, or that's not like close. It's just a weird thing. And I learned in school that that's not really, that's unusual, that people don't usually have a good memory for color. So yeah, it's not a useless talent, but it's a unusual thing. Good question from LWOS Justin P. It comes in use. It's useful when I was like mixing colors to paint with, and I'm like trying to get just the right thing. What's weird though is that I'm not. Maybe it's just because I haven't done as much color art in a long time. I do so much black and white, and I really like. I don't do as many like portraits and whatever, and like rendered things, but I not so good at actually using the color. Like I'm good at picking the color. Yeah, somebody said, how is this useless? I guess it's not useless. It's random though. Anastasia says, have a great day. I have 2 kids, a husband, cat, and dog. I'm from Russia. Have a great day. Very nice. Yatsenko Anastasia. All right. LP Kazoku. Milo says, Milo update. After 8 years, Milo has moved out of his mom's den in Australia Zoo to a sanctuary down south in Victoria for breeding. I was told Milo is very happy with his 2 new lady friends. LOL. Wow. Wow, Milo.
Magic.
Milo, that's how Milo does it. Milo's got a harem started. He's a polygamous wombat. All right. Magical Sitar says, hey, Mike, do you have advice on how not to feel bad or guilty about having unproductive days? I always feel terrible about having off days when I can't do much. I think first of all, just realize that everybody has unproductive days. I have unproductive days. We've made things on this channel that I'm like, thanks for the suggestion. Thanks for the help. That track was not my favorite. It happens. Just go easy on yourself. I have like, days like now, these like, since quarantine, I have days where I'm like, I'll like try and do productive stuff and I'll just like do my best to get stuff done and then end up just being like, okay, today, like, I play video games. Today I go, hang out with the kids. Whatever. Go swimming. Play in the garden. Whatever. Because every day can't be productive. The worst is when those days, like, line up with, like sessions that you do with other people. I've had like writing sessions with people where I do do the session, and I'm like, wow, that was bad. That was pretty bad. That was not my best work. Panda Ninja 2014 says, do you believe in Living Things supremacy? And obviously every other album, but especially Living Things. I love Brad's singing part, quite obviously. Thank you for being here for us. Brad's singing part on Living Things was quite a moment. We joked with him. We were joking with him that like you get, what is it? You get like insurance coverage if you're a vocalist on a record, but not if you don't sing vocals. It has something to do with like after and whatever. And everybody, we always have the guys all sing something on the records, and then like you can. This is a musician hack. If you're a musician and not a singer, you actually, I guess maybe it's just in the US or whatever. You get coverage like if you're a vocalist. And so you can sing on a record and just tuck it down in the thing and make sure you list it in the credits, and then you're a vocalist. And then you can get your insurance coverage, I guess. I think that's what it is. I don't remember. It's been a long time. It doesn't apply to me because I always do vocals on a record. So like I don't even remember what it is, but I think it's something like that. Yeah, but we've always had the guys like sing something on a record. But on that song, like he actually sang, like, and it was a featured vocal. Let's see what else we got here in the questions. Maybe a couple more. Related to the other question, LPGU wants to know, do I consider myself a perfectionist? And what role do you think the concept of perfection plays in the creative process? Well, I mean, there's no such thing in the artistic process as perfection. Like you can only try to get as close to it as you want or can. And it's more about, I look at it like I look at it now more as like goal setting and like, what's the word? I mean, it's like a magic. Like you're gonna try to number one, shoot for a high bar and do your best to get there, and at the same time make room for unexpected results that are like better than what you would have thought of, if that makes sense. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of moments in making an album where you accidentally come across, like, you know how when I'm doing these things here, sometimes I'm just kind of jamming on a part and I just find a thing. And that sometimes is like, there can be a combination of like, you just hit the right notes at the right time with the right like sound. And that's the unexpected magic. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Balance of like strategy and openness to accidents. Great question, LPGU. What else we got here? Celia France says, hey Mike, thanks for the streams. Would it be possible to see your hands on the keyboard when you play music? It'd be more concrete to understand the music you create and more pleasant. I mean, I have my cameras set up this way so that you can see most of the room. It's a great question. I mean, I guess I could put in yet another camera. Or just, I wonder what if I could like adjust one of these guys. I could move this cam. I could move the C camera. We'd probably lose the virus and the 808 if we did that. I can move it. I don't know. Should I just try it right now? I mean, cause like usually you can see some of this stuff, but I could just take this one and like do like, maybe do like this. Let's just see. Ah, come on. See what I'm saying though? We lose a lot. You lose a lot of the other part of the room if I do that though. You lose my head too. I'm just this headless, like, I don't know how I would do that. I mean, I could go, here's another angle. Maybe we change this up right now. Weird. Check this out. Just trying to work with these cords too. Oh great, I knocked over a light. That's good. It's like not high enough. Now you're getting a real sense of just like wires and chaos over here. But you still can't see. Like I'm usually playing here and you can't quite see. We lost a lot. I could push it up. I could get it like higher up in the air. This is really funny, you guys, doing this. With the epic music in the background too. Pretty funny. That's terrible. That's like the worst camera angle ever. I mean, you get a good sense of what's happening, but you still lose all of this. I don't know what to do for you. That works better. Does that work better? Only problem with this angle, now you've got the keyboard and whatever, but I can fix the lighting. But now you can see more. You can see a little more. I can fix that brightness. Pan camera A? I mean, then we lose the pan camera A. You mean this camera? I can't do it with this. I mean, I could do this camera and just like slide it over, but you don't get like a zoomed in version of it. You don't see whatever. All right. This is not the most appealing angle, but I don't know. There at least you can see some of the stuff. You've lost David. That's another thing. This is really funny, you guys. The more we get David, the more we lose. We got the 808 and we got some David in there now and a lot of wires, but we've lost the keyboard. Camera D, oh boy. I knocked over a light just now. It's all a mess. I'll figure out something here. Let me think about it. I know Mega Man's gone too. There's too much missing. Too much. It's just, I think we need And if I do like a wide angle, then we're really. I can't do another GoPro. The GoPros are GoPro is a little unreliable. It's you guys don't know, but I have to mess with that thing for a couple minutes every time I stream just to make sure that it's on. I'm trying not to knock over everything here too while I'm doing this. Losing a lot. You also don't understand. This looks so bad in the actual room. It looks crazy. Get a ring cam on the ceiling. Oh my god. Hold on a second. Just trying to get a little better handle on the lighting here. I mean, that's not terrible. We did lose Mega Man. Bring him back. There. Now Mega Man's back in the picture. New Cam C. Should go with that for a while. Only problem with this is now the redemptions and all that cover up the yeah, not terrible is the new standard. Yeah. All right, guys. I don't mind rolling with this for a minute. It does look terrible in the room, but you guys can't see that. I mean, right? There it is. You can kind of see it. Look at that thing. Just like really, really tall tripod up in the air. Yeah. Where's Hatsune Miku? Over behind the GoPro. It's like over there. All right. Well, I think that I didn't think this worked. I don't think it worked. Might have to just kind of bend shape here. Did we like it better or worse than what we had? Put it back. Worse. All right, worse. Come on. Oh. That's actually, maybe that's a little bit better for over here, actually. Now that I'm looking at it. Where was Mega Man? Is Mega Man right here? I feel like Mega Man was right there. All right, that's pretty close. Cam C was panned up more towards the virus, wasn't it? I don't know, man. I think we're done. That's great. All right. So much better. Everybody's like, go back to normal. Go back to what we are used to. All right, guys. All right. Yeah, feels like we're back home, aren't we? We're home, Mega Man. It's funny on the camera, these guys all feel really far away from each other. But they're actually not. Look at that. They feel like there's a lot of space there. Oh, you like my little crystal? Yeah, I got a little crystal there. But in reality, look how close they are. They're like all super close together. I do have a crystal. It was a keepsake. Yeah. It was a keepsake. All right, so let's see here. Trader. Well, that was we tried hard for Celia France, and it didn't quite happen. I don't know if I want to get yet another camera though, guys. I mean, I could plug in another camera, but we're starting to run. I've like maxed out on my like USB inputs is the thing. Like I've got so many things connected to the computer. Whew, it's a lot connected to the computer. Yeah, somebody's like ceiling cam. Well, that requires running wires up to the ceiling and connecting it, and also having a USB connection. Probabilistic says my 30th birthday. Whoa, loud. Okay, not loud. Doing an 8-hour road trip heading up to the mountains. Got any tips on podcasts or must-dos for the big 3-0? Probabilistic. Happy birthday. Did it already pass? Might have already passed. Tuesday 20th, yeah. Well, let's think about what podcasts I listen to, if I'm gonna listen to a podcast, probably Tim Ferriss. Sometimes check out some of the TED stuff. Very mainstream podcast kind of guy. Very mainstream with my podcasts. Mama Jen's had a birthday. Happy birthday. As well. What else we got here? Ha! Taryn O wants to know if I have a favorite crystal. I do not. That crystal's my favorite crystal. Just because it's the only crystal. No other crystals. What do we got here? Janae says, birthday shout out to my 4-year-old Bryn. Happy birthday to Bryn. Rashida says, I hope you had a nice holiday and spent some time with the family. I want to read Anna's book. Anna, could Anna dedicate it, or could you make a raffle to win a signed edition? Like a raffle to win a signed edition of Learning Not to Drown? I suppose we could do that. What could we do that's more fun than just a random raffle? What can we do that would be more fun than just like random person gets it? I hate how long it takes to like for the chat to like for me to talk to you on the chat. There's so much delay. We got poetry contest. We got the wheel. We've got questions, coloring contest, writing contest, best haiku. I mean, best dad joke. Garby says, Hunger Games. The last person standing gets it. Everyone else is dead. That's probably the best idea so far. Goth contest? Let's see here. I love people in the chat suggesting things that they're good at in order to win. Like, best apple pie baking contest. Best unicycling contest. All right. I gotta actually see if Anna's got copies of the book and whatever to do that. Could be just a random thing, just like a random winner raffle kind of situation. Let me write myself a note about doing that. An assigned book raffle contest? Question mark. All right, I'll take a look at that. I usually email myself notes to remember things. That's really how I do it, guys. All right, let's look at a raid here. Who to raid? Who do we raid? Let's see. We got Bella Goldwyn on, Jordan Lane on, Dizukawa on. Spaceman Live is on. Let's see if some of our redemptions are on real quick. Nobody yet. All right, so I think we're gonna raid. Let's raid Spaceman. Haven't raided Spaceman in a while. All right, please enjoy. I will see you guys on Thursday. It was fun today. We had a good time making this weird thing right here. It was this. Ooh. Uh-oh. Sound went out on it. Hold on. Come back. All right, guys. See you Thursday. Have a great couple of days until then. And we're going to raid Spaceman. Bye.